So how can you utilize one whole day effectively? I would like to introduce a term known as hack hour. So in this hour, we basically can segregate into 6 a.m. to 7:30 a.m. if it is for a morning person, or during midnight 12 to 1:30 a.m. for night people. I am basically a morning person, so I would like to study that subject in the early morning. What I am trying to say is that, say for example, take pathology, segregate into topics so that you could cover entire pathology in next 10 days. Plan those topics maybe in a sequence or in a difficulty pattern, and make note of whatever you have studied in 6 a.m. to 7:30 a.m. Within 1.5 hours, whatever you can study all those topics and make a concise version in an A4 sheet of paper. Then by the end of the day, if it is for a morning person, or the next day if it is a night owl, make sure that you have revised all those topics in the night so that you can be able to retain all those information. If you could solve 10 MCQs with relation to the topic, it is very good. Keep the A4 sheet. The next day, start with the next new topic and start writing in the next A4 sheet or in the behind page of the same A4 sheet. So by the end of 10 days, you will have around 30 or 40 pages, but you have concise entire pathology into 40 pages, which is very, very good, provided you follow the schedule very disciplinedly. And you won't even know that you have been studying for this in the past 10 days. So by the end of 10th day, you will have those 40 pages. So read those things and put a subject wise test. And I can guarantee you will definitely get more than 70% correct, because you know which are weak topics you are, which are strong topics you are, and you have made a concise notes of those things. But this technique is only applicable to weak subjects, because if you do this for all subjects, you might end up confusing yourself. Usually from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. make sure that you condition your brain in such a way that from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. it is kind of going to school. I set up my bench and wall in such a way that I am entering a sacred place where no one can disturb me. You should have the mindset so that you can study without any distractions during this time. Especially if you are an online subscriber, you should practice this so that you won't get distracted. I would suggest you to subscribe Marrow. Take printout of the subjects whichever you are going to study. Watch the videos in 1.5x and solve MCQs in post lunch. Make sure that you complete all those topics before the stipulated time, and keep 2 to 3 days to concise your notes. This is easier said than done, but it would be very easy for you to revise later during the preparation if you do these steps correctly. If you find few topics very boring or very difficult to understand, and those topics are relatively less important than others, just leave those topics, keep it for later while revising, so that make a strong foundation upfront by studying the most important topics and leaving the rest of the topics in the later part of the revision phase. And finally, very, very important thing you need to understand is taking a break. You don't know how much your body needs to take a break, because during the preparation phase we usually get stressed a lot. We tend to become anxious, especially when the exam is getting nearer. So I would suggest you to go for a walk, make a habit of daily walking, skipping or jogging or going to gym, anything for that matter. Always have a nice family time, because Ultimately, they are the ones who make you keep sane at the end of the day. And finally, talk to friends, because we have been with them for the past 5.5 years, and suddenly not talking to them will be weird for us to be. If not for everyone, especially me, I cannot survive without talking to friends. So yeah, these are the things you could do for one whole day, so that you won't get bored off and keep you engaged. This hack hour is kind of important, because even if you have missed the main day, you at least have a hack hour going, and the streak is maintaining, kind of snap streak or Duolingo streak. Even if you miss out on this would help you, and won't make you feel guilty at the end. This is one of the schedules which I used during preparation, where I separated patho topics and pharmacology topics, and I tend to revise daily at the last part of my preparation. I could revise all those things just before the exam by concising the notes. Actually, it is very late I realize this method. So this is one of the things I was very fascinated by, because what I did was, I used to watch Preeti ma'am's revision videos from YouTube. She compiles all these photographs in one single slide, so that it will be easy for us to revise in the later part of the preparation. Ma'am will provide a PDF in her Telegram group. I compile all those collages and take a printout out of it, and during revision I would write all those things in a separate sheet, so that it will be a last minute revision.